We are doing Action Bronson today. Also, welcome to another episode of Rap Reviews, a show where we do rap stuff for you. So, do you like sports? Because you just probably heard a bunch of us talking about it.
No, I'm going to cut that.
You're going to cut all that?
Sure, we got like a worldwide audience. We don't need them listening.
Yeah, but they could they might want to learn about the inner workings.
Yeah,
of
they need to
Australian
understand
sports.
that NRL is a
Australian
superior
sports.
sport over AFL. They need to know these
exactly.
things.
They don't need to hear Ben's batshit opinion.
Yeah, how many people in the US and the UK do you think are watching NRL? Fucking none. How many are watching the AFL? Not a lot, but more.
Yeah, but they're also drinking Fosters because they have no idea.
Yeah, but we have a program in colleges where you guys don't.
In America.
But then again, I think people play league in England, don't they?
Yeah, it's massive over there. They've got a full Super League over there.
Yeah. So you could argue that league is probably
It's bigger.
globally bigger sport.
For sure.
Yeah.
But when people think of Australia, they think AFL.
Yeah.
I don't think many people think we play rugby league here.
Yeah, they wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Well, see, this is all things that maybe outside listeners might.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. What do you think we do?
I also learned recently that AFL comes from an old Aboriginal game where they would tie like a dead possum up and like inflate it somehow and would kick around this like dead possum skin as like a pastime, and it kind of has evolved from there into the modern game.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Very
Like the
basic,
whole,
very
like-
basic, very easy.
It
Very
was
easy
like
to
a
understand.
human skull for soccer. That's how it started. Kick around the skull.
I didn't know that.
I don't know how true that is. It's one of those, you hear a lot of things in life and you never really, you just like, oh, yeah, go ahead.
They say
And
that
then
in
you just-
dodgeball, don't they? With it was in China or something was started.
No, yeah, but that was
they
clearly-
take the heads and throw it at each other.
That's clearly a fictitious.
I don't know, dude. I haven't looked it up.
I like to believe in old wives' tales. Makes life a bit easier.
Yeah, don't fact check.
Don't
Don't fact check
question.
with this show because I
Absolutely
know that
not.
we've been wrong many a times.
Yeah, let us caress your ears with some misinformation.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the sound of misinformation entering your
Taking all
ears.
that trash knowledge.
So what Action Bronson song are we doing today, Romano?
Listen, I was a little bit torn because I don't think this song is lyrically that dense, but I do know for a fact that it is his most popular song, and it did kind of put him on the map. Mm-hmm. This album consisted of two songs that went quite large in the old streamies and downloadies, and that is Baby Blue, what we're doing today, and Act a Fool.
Act a fool? I don't think I know that.
No, Act a Fool. That's ludicrous. Acting crazy.
Maybe.
Really, you don't know that
I'd probably
song?
have to hear it. I don't know. I probably would.
Now you got me out here acting crazy.
Yeah.
I think I prefer that song over Baby Blue, but I get why.
Should we switch it up on the fly? Because I haven't
I get why you chose Baby Blue. I think it'll pull in more like people just coming across this podcast.
That's it. That's what I was going for. I
So
find
sorry to the hardcore listeners if you wanted like an actual half decent song of Action Bronson substance, but you're not getting it.
Yeah,
I
maybe
feel
another day
like-
when we got big, because I find that when we do bigger known songs, we get better downloads. So
Okay.
I'm going off that. I'm going off the algorithms for this episode.
Yeah, so if you don't want us doing like the most popular songs of artists, tell your friends so we get more listeners and we're not, desperately trying to seek new listeners to come in and accidentally
We shouldn't
stumble
come off
across
this
us.
desperate. And also, we are making a loss on this show since we've been doing it for nearly 4.5 years, guys. Crazy. Nearly, yeah. I think 4.5 years we've been doing the show.
I mean, yeah, we haven't made any money from the show whatsoever.
And we pay for bandwidth and all the gear and stuff. So we're running at a loss for quite a while.
Yeah, for your pleasure, so you can like learn maybe a little bit about nothing.
Anyway, this is a really, really sad intro.
Should we restart?
No, we'll keep going. One reason I did choose it is because last episode we were trying to think of Albanian rappers.
I didn't consider that. Okay.
And
Chance the
Action...
Rapper, famously Albanian. I joke.
Yeah, no,
Was it his mum that's Albanian?
No, his father is Albanian.
His dad.
Yeah.
And his mum's Jewish, right?
Yes.
True.
So he's a Jewish Albanian.
And his mum's like Muslim.
I think so.
Whoa,
yeah.
you guys know your Action Bronson? I didn't know any of this.
And that's why he's got like strangely weird hair, like not red hair, like not red like yours.
Have you seen him recently?
He's also he's lost a lot of weight, so I thought that was another cool reason.
Aside from the whole like gym bro thing that he's gone down in the past couple of years, which you know what, good on him. He actually looks half decent these days, as opposed to being like morbidly obese, barely able to like put on a show because he's carrying so much fat.
Yeah, he did. It's kind of known that he would do a lot of shows seated down because he couldn't stand the entire time.
Yeah, stamina is quite important if you're a performer. But
yeah, and he's lost about 90 pounds, 80 to 90 pounds.
yeah, he looks fucking jacked. But I was just looking at some photos of him on Instagram, and with his little moustache, he's kind of got like a little bit of that like Don Corleone look, the Marlon Brando look.
Yeah, okay, that's a bit of a stretch.
I don't know. There's just something about his lips and like the moustache.
Maybe like Marlon Brando when he got like fucking super fat and lazy and overweight towards the end of his career, and he just turned up not knowing any lines and be like, "Yeah, this is what you get."
Oh god, we're heavy into the fat shaming already in this episode.
Well, he let himself go. Let's be
Yeah.
real. Yeah.
Well, like when they did Apocalypse Now, he turned up like 40 pounds overweight, shaved head, didn't know any of the lines, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Because he's Marlon Brando, he can get away with it.
It's like, yeah, whatever, bro. Like he shot for 10
I'm the
minutes.
fucking Godfather.
And he was like, I hope you get
What
something
you
out of
gonna
that.
say?
Yeah. The guy went fucking batshit. Also did basically rape a woman on set making Tango in Paris with a stick of cube of butter. Yeah. Lesser known fact.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. But,
no, you can't do that.
You can back then, you know?
You got to ask for permission if you're going to stick fucking butter up someone's pussy. I've been saying it for years.
We need butter and vagina reform.
Yes.
Yes.
Just like why AFL is better than NRL. Because
No, we're not going down this.
Because the
Fuck
players
that.
rape a
No,
lot less
no,
women.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
guys, I was
no.
like, where are you going with this, man? I don't-
Let's stop
They
talking
love
about
crack, but
let's
they
stop
don't
talking
do-
about sport. The only
Yeah.
sport we're going to talk about is Action Bronson's gym going antics.
Sure.
He's
that a
got
sport?
he's got like
Yeah,
a
I
unique he's
don't
got a
know, it's a
unique
stretch.
workout like regime. He's using like all these crazy objects, well, at least that I've never
Yeah, a lot
seen.
of medicine balls and ropes and stuff. Like it's like he's training specifically for something.
For wrestling. He's a big wrestling
He's a big
fan?
wrestling fan.
He's a big wrestling
I don't think
fan.
he's training.
Do you reckon they're going to get him on there? You know.
They,
I don't know.
They always
Well,
get
he's-
celebrities and rappers.
He's
so-
recently done Hook on AW. Taz's son is using his theme song or his song "Chairman's Intent" from one of his older albums as his intro song.
Yeah.
And he's good friends with Hook and Taz, so he's constantly putting things up with them and going to shows to see them. But hasn't popped up yet, which is surprising because he's a big fan. You'd
I
think
reckon
he
they
would.
might get him on AEW eventually.
maybe.
Yeah, and like WWE and like wrestling in general is known to have like big musicians come perform, right? And also to like get them involved in the whole wrestling sphere.
Yeah. They recently had MGK do something with the game that came out.
Yeah.
He's also going to be a downloadable character in the next couple of weeks.
What
I think
MGK
this.
is.
I'm going to say, guys, this banter is worse than just NRL and AFL banter.
What? This is relevant.
Yeah,
to
this
the
is
fucking
relevant to the
topic.
song,
I
to
know,
the
but it
person, dude.
sucks.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate it.
This is factual. We're gonna get in some facts before we start spouting some misinformation.
Well, speaking of facts, quickly, I just read this. I didn't know this. Mark Ronson produced this.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep. Pretty
Makes sense.
cool. So let's get into it, guys. He's still to this day his most successful album. He just had an album release yesterday.
I did. I listened to it last night in the car, but I did have it on in the background while talking to somebody, so it wasn't like I was paying
It's
proper
alright.
attention.
We're not annotating that.
But there was
album,
there
so-
wasn't any
No.
songs that I was like, I heard that I was like, oh, what's this, and turned it up. Like nothing. It was all sort of just
Yeah,
like,
that was
oh,
kind of
yeah,
like his
go on.
last album into 2020. I think Mongols is a cool track, but there wasn't a whole lot.
I've never been able to really get through a whole Action Bronson album, but if I ever see his name featured on something or something else, I'm like, oh, I
This
get excited.
album's
This
good.
album's good, and I think the one prior to it is it called The Madness? No, Dr. Lecter.
sub stories.
No, Dr. Lecter I think was before this, wasn't it?
I came into Action Bronson on Blue Chips, that
Yeah, so
second
did I.
mixtape, which was rad.
That's got some. I think if you're going to listen to a whole album start to finish,
Mr. Wonderful.
no, I'd say this. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful, or I'd actually say more consistent is Dr. Lecter.
All right, fair enough.
There is some fun tracks in there, and there's one about him being a big fatty and how he
I've
needs
heard
to,
that one.
Yeah, he
from the
needs to
Lecter
lose
one.
weight. Yeah, like it's
Put the Twinkie in front of him and shit.
yeah. It's a fun track. At least he's self-aware of his humongous size.
Yeah.
Also, he was a chef. They do either love cocaine or food, and I think he probably loves both.
He went more down the food path, perhaps.
Yep.
I mean, but also like outside of rapping, he's created like this whole fucking like mogul for himself. He's got like his fuck that's delicious,
Which actually he started right before this album came out.
There you go. He's got that show. I forget what it's called now. But he's basically just like monetized up to the fucking nines. And you
Yeah.
know what? Good on him.
He's done well. And I'm going to give you a little, because this song sounds like, I think when we get into the lyrics, it sounds like someone who's a bit, he's a bit annoyed with his past relationship. And I think he had broken up with his girlfriend who he had 2 children around this time.
Whoa.
Right.
What do you know?
He
Kids.
Yes, 2 kids, yeah.
Whoa.
So I think that's kind of like this is almost like a breakup track in a way.
I feel like this song isn't really representative of Action Bronson's catalog as a whole. He shows a lot more of a vulnerable side here, when usually like what he's known for is kind of braggadocio kind of raps.
It does definitely have a lot of his kind of staples in there, but yeah. Also, I just thought we'd get this out of the way. He broke his leg when he was a chef, and that's how he rapped for a hobby, much like this is. And then he decided to take it a little bit more serious once he broke his leg.
I mean, worked out.
Easy to break your leg when you're a big fat fatty.
Yeah, you got all that weight to support above it.
All right, so here we go. Why you always on my back? Should I sing it? Like, because he does some trash singing, which I really like.
Yeah, off you go.
Yeah, I do love when rappers do that. Like
why you always on my back? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta act like a bitch when I'm with you? Baby girl, I'm blue.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. What do you annotate from that?
Yeah, look, it is what it is.
He sounds like a fucking simp.
Should we get this? I found this douche genius annotation. The hook represents people fighting in a relationship who have trust issues and can't stand each other any longer.
No shit.
Even though the instrumental, I know, it's like, fuck, really? Even though the instrumental is a feel-good piano backdrop, the lyrics aren't as good, feel-good as you would suggest. Since Action and his girl split, the color blue represents sadness throughout this song.
God, sometimes things just do not need to be annotated.
No.
So maybe let's not add
No, there's no need to get it. We know what he's going for. He's sad.
trash to this.
Fucking that douche nozzle. I really felt he felt so proud of himself when he fucking wrote that.
All right, he's fucking sad. His girlfriend's treating him like shit. Move on.
Yeah, and you're gonna hear about it a lot anyway. Because you treat me like shit, I paid for the bed and never even slept in it. I paid for the crib and never stepped foot in it, and now somebody else is eating all the pudding. I love that.
Oh, he must be really upset that somebody's eating his pudding.
Just like a big fat fatty to be upset.
Stealing his pudding.
As much as I'm going to try and avoid like going down the easy.
I'll do all the fat shaming for us.
Make fun of
I'll
his
take the
weight.
load.
I guess he's like aware of the fact that, you know, he's putting pudding in there deliberately because he knows that, you know, everybody else will see him as somebody who loves pudding.
Oh, and lyrically, like throughout most of his songs, two things he's very consistent in referencing is his love for the ladies and food. Yeah,
which I think is it meant to be a metaphor for a vagine? Is that what he's saying right now? Someone eating her pudding? Is that what he's saying?
Oh,
I didn't even think. I honestly didn't even think of pudding as the food at all when I read that. I was just like, oh, that's just a funny way of saying.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. And also he's talking about in this divorce or this breakup, his ex has been able to take a lot of his fundage.
Yeah, sounds like
no
should
prenup.
have signed that prenup.
Should have signed that prenup, baby.
We want prenup.
We want prenup. Yeah, no, they need to have. But she leaves your ass.
I mean, if Kanye has imparted any wisdom on our generation, is that prenup should be first and foremost in your mind when you're entering into a marriage.
Actually, speaking of Kanye, can I tell you guys something? Last night I had a dream. Because I don't smoke as much weed as I used to, so for many years I didn't remember my dreams. But I had a dream last night where I was Kanye's assistant. But he was actually really nice. And I even said that to him. I was like, dude, you're actually like pretty fun to hang out
I'm
with.
sure he's like a real nice guy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
He was like smiling. He was like, thanks, man. We had a really good moment between me and Dream Kanye. Things changed now. My dashboard wooden, all black Benz like a young Doc Gooden.
Who's Doc Gooden?
Dwight Doc Gooden debuted as a pitcher for the New York Mets when he was only 19 years old.
So is he talking about being like...
See, that's a sport that we don't watch here in Australia at all.
Yeah, we find it very boring.
Yeah, yet we watch cricket.
Which is also very boring. I don't personally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
I wouldn't make the argument of one's better than the other because they both seem fucking...
Yeah, I don't care enough for either.
You got to have like your boring fix for all the fucking straighty 180s out there.
You got to have those sports where you can like...
They go
you don't
for 5 hours.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay attention the whole time. You can have some beers and mates, have a chat, and every now and then go, whoa, have a go at that.
Yeah, fucking not a bad one. Yeah, that's true. I think they both are those kind of respective
Well, I think
sports.
people go to the baseball more to have the experience of the hot dog, the beer, and do your thing. Same with cricket. You go there to get pissed with like 10 guys and chant all day. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there to watch the sport, but you're
beer
there for the
snakes and-
experience. You know?
And I'm sure when someone gets one of those world famous home runs, it would be quite exhilarating.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And trying to catch the ball is a big thing. Yeah, I get.
Well,
I get.
At least baseball is just very American in how like fucking over the top it is.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching a lot of NBA this season, and I've realized they make it a spectacle. Like they make it like
everything in the US.
yeah, but they make it a real form of like entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean,
really
and
is.
cricket's trying to do that as well with the 2020, like to move away from the kind of like, you know, old fuddy-duddy traditional test matches, give like people like quick stimulating dopamine release sport.
Yeah.
Something that's like easily packageable as like here's a like quick sporting game that everybody can like have quick successive like excitement over.
Yeah, and they I think in like say a lot of American sports that would be like, all right, now there's a break, we'll just get cheerleaders or we'll get people like fucking doing some dancing or you know what I mean? Like it's like they'll just put a bunch of filler in there. Where in Australian sports we don't really.
Well, we have that, but I think it's more they do like a bunch of maybe we do contests and stuff. Do someone come try and kick a goal or have a foot race or whatever?
Yeah, well, they'll put a guy like in a fucking chamber and there's like fucking dollar bills flying.
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
Like,
that's more America, that.
You gotta try to catch them or like
that
we'll
or
do,
like a t-shirt gun.
Yeah, or like trivia. Like get these 3 questions
Yeah,
about you. Like
kiss
see how well you
cam,
know your
yeah.
team, and if you get it, you get tickets to like Maroon 5. You know, like,
it's a whole movie. Like Mike is based off that moment
is it?
where he gets called onto the court to.
Oh,
and he nails
yeah.
that shot, and everyone's like, "Well, this kid's crazy."
Or like in semi-pro when he gets that stoner to come out and he hits
It's been
it.
a while. It's been a while.
Come on, Dukes! Good movie.
We've gone very off track, but
We have.
He's a baseball player.
I think we can relate this in Action Bronson's lyrics to like the story of like the son of an immigrant parents. I'm not sure if they're both immigrants or whether they were like born in the US, but like that kind of you really embrace. Well, some immigrants really embrace like the American dream and the picture of which I guess kind of comes across in Bronson's lyrics.
Wow, that's a nice way to try to pull something out of just.
Thank you.
Just
Trying to
sports
segue
chat.
back to the topic at hand here.
Back to it. Quick question: what is he actually trying to say? Is he saying that Doc Gooden was known for like luxurious things, or a Ben specific, or is the man just very black?
I think kind of what he was saying, like coming from a poor immigrant family, it's like things change. Now my dashboard wooden, or Benz being a Mercedes Benz with a wood dash grain.
And I'm guessing wood dash
And
grain
like
is
a
like
young-
seen as like superior or like
Yeah.
Like
so he's
high
like
class.
he's come up from rags to riches to use a little Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, but why specifically Doc Gooden is he referencing?
I don't know.
because it rhymes with wood. Because it rhymes with wooden.
Apparently, it says here that Doc Gooden.
Oh yeah, no, Bronson was born in Flushing, Queens, which he's a lifelong Mets fan, and I think Doc Gooden played for the Mets.
Yeah, it says here that apparently he ruined his later career due to like making too much money and like drugs and expensive cars and stuff. So there you go.
Maybe
okay.
Bronson sees that as like a warning, a cautionary tale that while he wants the levels of success that Doc Gooden has, he's wary of the traps that can be fallen into.
Of success. Yeah, good job, guys. I actually have a quote from him. Should I read it or no?
From Doc Gooden.
No,
It's interesting enough. Go ahead, but if not, leave it.
Yeah.
No, I only want Doc Gooden quotes, please.
Strictly Doc Gooden quote. Yeah, I'll just go for it. This was maybe 2010, end of 2010 into 2011. I'm bad with remembering dates. Clearly, the clearly part was added by me. I was one of the head cooks there making food for the Mets and everybody in the building. It was just a job. My time was cut short because I got fired for some crazy expletive. I can't talk about it in the daily news. No one was going to like me. Okay. Basically, I think he's saying when he was just a chef, a regular chef, and then now he's a big time rapper.
Celebrity chef.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, not even a chef.
Not the greatest quote. Pretty fucking vague. Anyway,
That's what happens when you smoke too much weed, kids.
Dark shades because I'm stoned crazy. Ooh, there you go, a little weed tie-in. Girl, we're grown. Stop playing on my phone, baby.
So when he says playing on my phone, do you reckon she's looking through his messages?
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Insinuating, like she's doing the old try to work out the password,
Yeah.
and then going through and seeing if she can find any incriminating evidence on him.
He's a rap star. Like, of course he's cheating on you.
Yeah, wouldn't you just assume?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't need to really
It's like
do
it's
that.
like awful, yeah, but it's like, part and parcel of sleeping or dating a rapper.
Yeah, that's how she ends up with the cool house and someone eating her pudding, i.e. penis. Vagina. All your childish attempts to make me angry fall short, which only fuels the rage you have because you have nothing.
That's pretty hectic.
God, he's really, really upset.
Yeah, I told you, it's a breakup song.
Yeah. There's no like fun wordplay there. It's just like fucking sad. He's really,
Yeah.
really just like tearing her with no kind of flamboyancy about it.
Yeah, so I don't think we really need to annotate that, do we?
No.
Should we maybe, we could liken it to other things going on right now with the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp thing, but we don't like to date the show.
I mean, but we are now. But
We've
you
just done
brought
it.
up.
Also, I got a theory while we're off because of these. Ben had COVID, by the way. That's all, yeah. I reckon that the Russians paid Will Smith to slap Chris Rock
Please explain.
because for like a good week, no one cared about Ukraine anymore, and everyone was just on about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. And I reckon it's a beautiful way of continuing the war and then easing some of that media pressure.
I think it's probably more the fact that Russia would just like, yeah, give it a week, something else will happen.
Yeah. And apparently Will Smith slapping Chris Rock is as important as Russia invading Ukraine.
Apparently.
Crazy.
I mean, I see your point, but also I think our collective patience and concentration is so low that we needed to find. We would have found anything if it wasn't Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. It would have been something else that would have just taken the headlines. Because as a society, we're really bad at like keeping up to date and paying attention to big world issues.
Yeah.
It's the media cycle, bro. They got to sell papers.
It's true. Just run a clip and then we get over it and then that's it.
But no, I like your theory. We'll go.
Yeah, I think my theory is pretty fun. Understandable. I'm shining brilliant with 5 Brazilians. There were times I used to hide my feelings. Oh, action. What are you doing? Now I'm butt naked in a Lamborghini and motherfuckers can't see me.
He always references when he talks about like the women that he's around. He always references like really exotic like places like Brazil. Like, always.
Brazilian women are pretty hot though. They usually have great booties.
No, they're very attractive race of people.
They are. Skin tone is. Oh my god. Oh, that nice brown. That perfect brown.
Can you imagine though the sweat that would be accumulating on those black leather seats in that Lamborghini?
Yeah.
With Action Bronson, this version of Action Bronson, knackered sitting there.
I don't really want to think of all of Action Bronson's crack
collecting
sweat
that little vial
on the Lamborghini's leather seats.
It'd be a salty affair, for sure.
And do you think Lamborghini, like motherfuckers can't see me? Do you think it's the speed of the Lamborghini is going, or the fact that he's so pale white that he's like a ghost?
I was thinking it's because the windows are super tinted.
It could be that.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking it was more like the old school style of "you can't see me," like John Cena used to famously say. It's kind of just like, man, I'm so fucking cool, y'all can't even see me, dude. You're not in my lane, sort of thing, you know.
True, yeah, and you're saying he's a wrestling fan, so
He's a wrestling fan, but it's a very old school term that "you can't see me." It's like an old like rap term, isn't it?
Yeah, I
like
think
hip hop term.
What, you're so good that to the point of invisibility?
But pretty much, it's like you're not on my level, so you can't see me where you are. Like,
you can't touch this. You can't see me. It's the same.
Yeah, because I'm above the clouds, and you're a little fucking peasant down here on the ground,
gangster
in your little
reference,
hovel.
perhaps, dude.
True.
Oh, rest in peace. All right, wait till this chick see me on TV. I make this shit look easy. Who would have thought I hit you right back?
Do you think he's talking about like physical hitting or like hitting up somebody on their messages?
Yeah, I think that. And it's like, I think with the wait till this chick sees me on TV, he's referring to his ex-girlfriend.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, he was a bit bitter at the start and she's taken everything, but it's like, now look at me. I've made, I'm a very success. And talk about dating a show, making a Borat reference. Yeah, what do you reckon?
No, Borat is timeless. You can say that 50 years from now and people will still have a laugh. Not.
Wait, this is a great genius reference talking about dating. Though it is doubtful Bronson is inspired by Avril Lavigne, it's hard to forget her immortal lines from Skater Boy, the show Phenomenon, from the perspective of one being left. She turned on TV and guess who she sees? Skater Boy rocking up MTV.
Of course, dude. Okay. All right.
Do you reckon Action pulled some inspiration from Avril Lavigne?
Yeah, look, definitely not. Well, I was actually thinking of I was thinking more of the Kid Cudi song with Cardi, where Cudi in the chorus says like, "Now I'm in the magazines, on the TV, no matter where you are, you can't, you'll see me."
you
Like, basically,
can't escape it.
That's a similar song about a breakup,
Yeah,
and him just being like moody and shitty about it, and not actually assessing the situation, being like, "Fuck that."
yeah. Is it not kind of sad in a way that you've kind of dealt with a traumatic experience by then trying to like rub your success?
Yeah, well, I think this is the whole premise of both Chance's verse and Action's verse and Kanye's verse and Cudi's verse on those songs are all about them just being like, I'm not going to look at this rationally. I'm just going to get emotional and say fuck you, and I'm, look at me now.
You look at me now, yeah.
It's just like a child. So they're basically throwing a tantrum on a song.
A recorded tantrum.
Which actually really works with the instrumental of this song, the Bronson production, because it's kind of like a whiny sort of like.
And I think it's also kind of like, even though it probably wouldn't help, but it's kind of a dream for any time you've had a falling out with friend, family, ex-lover or whatever, that you kind of want to be like more successful.
You definitely want to show it.
Just so you can kind of, in this weird fucking way, have one over them and be
to bring it back down to us pleb level. It's like the classic thing of when you see somebody who's just gotten out of a long-term relationship and their socials just suddenly start getting fucking bombarded with posts of them doing thirst traps or out and about and with their friends and doing all these fun things. It's like, hey, I was never really tied to this relationship in the first place. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, which is basically what social media is in a whole anyway, right?
Yeah,
it's basically look at
validating everything.
Yeah, you're just trying to constantly prove how exciting and fun your life is.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah,
nobody's life is exciting.
Nah, there's a lot of times where we don't do a whole lot.
No. And you know what? Those are my favorite times.
Yeah. Sometimes just fucking watching the footy with your buddy,
sitting on the couch watching the footy with the boys.
That's it. That's all you need. All right, no more references to sport. So women want to call me baby, and you wonder why the fuck I ain't called you lately. What do you reckon?
Because he's getting a lot of women on the side. He's getting other women, so it's like, well, I don't need you.
Yeah. He's got so much poutine coming in and out the doors.
Poutine.
Bit of pudding.
Yes. Bit of pud.
Bit of Christmas pud. Some would say that I'm a symbol for sex, and others would hate, but I don't give them no breath.
A symbol for sex.
See, that is one thing I think you are borderline delusional to the point where you need.
But I mean, that's like a common trope in Action's lyrics.
It is.
That he's so dissonant with he talks about himself as if he's God's gift to the world, to women. But it clearly, I think it must be tongue in cheek. He clearly knows that he's morbidly obese.
It's you'd hope so.
It's like that D12 in my band. I don't know which member it is of D12, but the big fat one. His verse, he's just trying to do sit-ups to get buff. 2.5, couldn't get. He's talking about how he's sexy with his big gut, and the girls love rubbing his gut and stuff. Yeah.
Actually, Action even in this album, Acting Crazy, he's got a line where they're like, "All now motherfuckers want to be chubby." He's made being a fat lard cool in the rap game.
Man, you know what? Good on him.
But it kind of when what's his name, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, when he had that famous dad bod with the fucking beard. People then was just it was like a tabloid thing. They're like, oh, women want the dad bod now.
That's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm sorry, but you put that body onto anybody else, anybody that's B-list or below, it's not going to fly.
Oh, absolutely. But I think he made it kind of where girls and stuff were like, yeah, the dad bod's sexy.
Yeah, there are certain girls who prefer a dad bod than a ripped person for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Which I don't get that.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a paternal
more...
thing, or I don't know,
like a daddy thing.
Yeah, he's he's not.
It's like a dude with a dad bod would choke you out way harder than a ripped guy.
I guess it's kind of with
fake. Where'd you get that from?
Are you talking paternal? Sorry.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
Well, yeah, paternal, like a dad,
Yeah. What's it gonna do with choking out?
Getting dominated by daddy.
Oh, is that how you took that, dude? Yeah, right. Creepy.
I'm not a huge fan of the whole daddy thing.
No.
especially during sex. Not
No,
I don't think
I'm
anyone's ever
not
said it to
claiming
me.
to be a proponent of it. I'm just, saying some people are into that.
Yeah,
Go
I get
ahead.
work. It's just like, some guys love big fake fucking bolt-on tits, plastic surgery.
Bolt on.
There's fucking screw jobs. But, me personally, I prefer them natural. I think
I think I'm pretty open. I think
I'd rather like little itty-bitty titties.
There's times where when you get freakish, though. You want to get like out of the realms of reality at times. It's kind of like an alien experience.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like in the cyborg kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like, but other times you just want to be grounded and you're like, this is a bit more compassionate,
Yeah. Like Kendrick said, I agree with him, why can't we see some ass or some stretch marks, like I think
See
we've
the
gone
imperfections.
yeah, exactly. We've gotten so focused.
Exactly. It's like if girls can be okay with a dad bod,
We should be
More
able
men
to
should be okay with that,
Some
because,
stretch marks are not the biggest
of
titties
course,
in the
there's
world.
nothing wrong with it at all, man.
Or some pancake titties, or they come in different sizes and shapes.
Yeah,
isn't
all
there?
titties are beautiful.
Like we said last time,
titties matter.
all vulvas are beautiful,
and all titties are beautiful. All dicks are beautiful.
except micropenises. No, come on, let's not do that. Let's not shame the
Let's not
micropenis.
say let's. You're the one who said it.
Yeah,
Almost immediately backtracks.
yeah. Well, because I think we were on a good point. I just fucking ruined it, guys.
Yeah, you'd be right.
I think we're being quite Anyway, let's go
And
ahead.
then you go
I don't even know if I'm
spoil it
micropenises,
all
to be
by
honest.
saying something stupid like I hate micropenises.
Oh.
Yeah, where are we at?
On a date, I'm at the crib with the chef, and that's me. You could order whatever. Specialty is white snake and underwear sauce.
Okay, there's some classic Bronson.
Yeah.
I like
White
how
snake, obviously referring to his penis.
Yeah, his penis and underwear sauce. I think is jism or cum splooge.
Or all that sweat that's just like lingering under his ball sack.
Lamborghini sweat.
Maybe a combination of because as a chef would, you're mixing ingredients. Maybe it's both.
Yeah.
Bit of grundle
A
juice.
delicacy action Bronson ball sweat.
Oh, bit of that bit of stuff in the taint, the gooch.
Yeah.
And you mix that with some of the stuff around the pubis area with a bit of hair in it.
Nasty.
And then you got some of that fucking pre-cum.
There'll be so many different color tones to it, depending on where it comes from, I would say, or where it pools.
Ugh.
All right, let's move on from that. So he's a chef. Instead of going out on a date, he's bringing people in and being like, you know what, I'm a chef, I can cook for you, dude.
Yeah, which is a pretty pimp.
That's
move.
pretty- that's-
pretty
yeah.
pimp. Not a lot of rappers could probably do that.
No.
You could probably catch me somewhere where the sun is next, and understand it's only because I'm popular.
Do you catch me
Go to the
somewhere
next
where
line.
the
Next
sun
line ends
is?
it.
Oh yeah, I'm getting topped off in the front row of the opera. As Bocciolini sings, the celly rings, I gotta go. See, that is some fun imagery. Just
That's Fred
getting-
Actions at his
getting
best when he's like,
jerked off like at an opera. Like it's like, how fancy am I? But then he's just doing this really like degenerate.
He's a sophisticated dude that just likes to get fucking hand jobs at the opera. Can you blame the man?
I also love topped off as a way of saying hand job. It's great.
I thought it's a head job, is it not? Topped off?
Topped. Oh, maybe.
Because it's the top of your body. You're topping them.
I was just thinking like topped off, like top of your dick.
Yeah, that's what I was going with
just
as well.
jerking the tip.
Also-
Topped off just seems to me like it's a little.
Practically,
I think it is head.
practically, if you're front row as well, like a hand job would just seem like the much wiser decision.
Yeah, you could. It's more subtle. You can get.
Yeah.
Someone.
But at the opera, don't you have like all the people like on those like
On the balconies.
on the balconies
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
able to see? They'd be able to see his swollen member
yeah.
because they've all got those little binoculars.
Although he does have a gut on him, which we have established. So.
Yeah, and it probably does hide his cock. You'll never know how good it feels today in bed with King. I'm not exactly flawless, but I'm gorgeous. Just like a horse is. He references horses a lot. What is... He has this fucking like...
Catch me chilling on the beach with the Chilean horse.
Yeah, there's a
this-
few ones where he's got this like admiration for horses.
They are majestic creatures.
They are
They are
beautiful.
terrifying and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, and they're
Quite like maybe action.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a real
I
stretch.
thought you were going to go back to vulvas. Both terrifying and beautiful.
Oh, like the adaptation on
But yeah.
Genius is that he's hung like a horse as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we don't know that, but it's possible. But he does love horses.
Hmm.
They have helped humanity out a lot, horses, over the years.
I have, yeah.
The
they've really
old
contributed to where we are as a civilization these days.
the combination of the wheel and the horse.
And now
gave
we
us-
just whip the shit out of him for sport, dude, as return.
Yeah, yeah, we really do. Yeah, or make them do funny little dances. You guys see when the horses do the dancing? It's like a
It's like
sport.
what, like equestrian, like
It's like a dog show for horses.
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about. And there's
They
like
do it in the
little-
Olympics and stuff.
Yeah.
True.
What's
It's really
Oh no, sorry, yeah,
like
fully with you.
show person equestrianism. I don't know what it's fucking called. I know what you're talking about.
make horses do funny little
Is
dances.
that polo?
That's what it's
technically?
called.
No, polo's
polo's-
like the ball game. Man, there's so much sport talk in this
game.
episode. Getting away from sport talk, another thing that we've often done with horses is turn them into glue. I'm not sure if that's an urban legend as well.
Yeah, you hear that.
Send them to the knackers and turn
to
them
the
into
glue
glue.
factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe hooves can somehow be turned into glue of some sort.
All right, let's stop spreading more
we got, what, 2-3
misinformation.
lines left of this verse? Let's go.
Yeah, I know through my success makes a lot of people nauseous. Still, I'm on the back of the boat taking pictures with this swordfish.
He loves fishing.
Does he?
Yeah, there's an episode of I think it's not Fuck That's Delicious. It's just like some other Vice production where he goes to the pier. I think it's in Coney Island, and he's just like going fishing off the boardwalk and like pulls in a bunch of fish that he then cooks up. Dude likes fishing.
Yeah, I guess if you're a chef as well, you know how to fucking
Yeah, you want to like I don't know. There's something probably very rewarding about catching your own fish that you're cooking for people. It's like kind of like
I've never done that.
seed a plate. Like I haven't bought this from somewhere. I've gone out with my own two hands. And
Yeah,
bought this thing.
Yeah, it's like shooting a deer or whatever. And cooking it.
Mm.
I know how to scale and gut a fish, but I've never caught one. And
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
I worked at a
I think I
fish
knew as a
market.
kid.
Yeah,
True.
it's not that. Once you do it, it's pretty easy.
Is he also making a connection here between, this could just be a little cheeky reference, I don't know, but the fact that he said that his success makes a lot of people feel nauseous.
Like seasick.
Yeah, and then he's more than happy just chilling, fucking wrestling this huge thing up on a boat, and he's not getting nauseous.
Yeah,
off that,
yeah.
you
He's
know?
like super
Yeah.
comfortable with it. Yeah. Also, I think a lot of women these days though wouldn't like a picture of you holding a fish. Like
It's become a whole thing on Tinder, where to the point where it's like it's laughable if you have that.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like that
Passe.
picture, the laundry picture of you doing laundry, or the picture with like you or your mother or grandmother.
yeah,
Or like
they're the
you
three
and
classic
like a
douchebag
dog.
ones. Yeah, sorry, or a dog.
and dog. Yeah. Does cat count?
No, I think Cat's got like a special kind of like it's passable because it's like unique. It's almost what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like taking that kind of passe like cliche thing and giving it like a special
Bit of a spin.
Yeah, I think also because when you have a dog, you have to take care of the dog, so it shows like again showing like a paternal thing of like I'm caring, I'm compassionate. With a cat, kind of it's.
I'm a bad cat dad. You know that.
Well, you're just never here,
Yes.
basically. But the picture with you and a cat, it's kind of like, well, you're not looking like you're taking care of something. It's just you and your mate chilling, basically.
Yeah. Well, there he is over there. Actually, he's just sleeping
Whoa,
underneath.
didn't notice.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, they don't require as much attention. That's for sure. They're pretty independent. He's got his own cat friends in the alleyway. Anyway,
He
we're not-
starts bringing him in the house recently.
yeah. Good old Doomy. Anyway, this is Chance the Rapper's verse. I hope you get a paper cut on your tongue from a razor in a paper cup. I hope every soda you drink already shaken up. I hope your dreams are like raisins in the baking sun.
It's like the most innocent like ill wishes on somebody.
This
Yeah.
is maybe one of my favorite verses of all time, bro. I think
Yeah.
it is just hilarious, dude.
It is, yeah. It's not a whole lot to annotate, but it is super fucking funny.
Yeah,
In the I guess the reviewing section of this show,
yeah,
that would give arbitrary numbers. I would give this just alone like a good 500.
Yeah, for sure. And it ties in with the also before a theme of the song of like just having a sook and not just having like a childish tantrum. And that's literally like you would consider a kid would say that about another kid being like, oh, I hope you get like a paper cut. And you do this. It's like he's really just standing there with his arms folded, pouting, going like, she was mean to me.
And he does find, like as we go on, he finds some really funny ways to just wish ill will against someone.
Chance the Rapper, when he's on, he's fucking incredible. When he's off, he is scarily bad.
Oh yeah. And I don't like how he wears that hat, and I never will.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
You referring to his first album, the way he's wearing that hat?
We did.
It just wears he just wears it all the time. You
Yeah,
still like
yeah.
see him in a fucking ball game. He's just got that hat up.
We should do a Chance song actually. It'd be a fun
We
one
should,
to do.
yeah.
Well, something off acid rap or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope your titties all saggy in your early 20s. I hope there's always snow in your driveway. I hope you never get off Fridays and you work at a Fridays. It's always busy on Fridays. It's so good.
TGI Fridays, I believe you're speaking of.
Yeah. I love how there's like heaps of annotations for this section. It's like, Jesus, what are we annotating here?
This rings closer to a poem than like a rap verse, which also makes it cute and sort of fits in with it.
Yeah. He stuck to the theme really well. I hope you win a lottery and lose your ticket. Bit of maybe My Name is Earl. Do you guys remember that show? That happens to him in that show.
Great show.
Good show. I hope Ben and Socrates poop all up in your kitchen.
Yeah, what's that? Is that the name of this girl's cats or something?
Two rats in 1971 horror film Willard. They were found by Willard, main character. Oh, wow.
That's not the same rat that Michael Jackson is referring to in the song Ben, is it?
Maybe.
Because that's from a movie I know.
Yeah, Ben and Socrates are two rats. Yeah, I've never actually understood that reference.
Socrates the rat.
That's pretty great.
Was he not a Greek philosopher?
That's why it's funny. That's the joke, Romano.
Yeah. I just thought I'd explain
That's where thank you.
Yeah, okay.
For anybody who doesn't know who Socrates is.
Yeah, the big three.
One of the forefathers of modern thought.
Where you could just sit there and just talk trash and everyone would be like, well, this guy's really smart. He's just looking at stuff and thinking and saying it. Kind of like a rapper. Yeah. Like no disrespect to Socrates. Who's the other guys? Plato.
Alexander, was he one of the three?
Alexander the Great did really respect philosophy. And he was actually
taught Plato, didn't he?
No, he was taught by He wasn't Aristotle
known.
or like one of them.
I thought it was Plato and like
he was taught as a child by I think Aristotle.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't known for being a philosopher though. He's known for being a conqueror.
Yeah, but he was also known for being like an outside thinker. There's I forgot what the name of the knot, but there was this knot that no one could untie, and it was in this town. And when Alexander went to the town, they were like, so this is his knot, this is the famous knot, no one can untie it. And he just pulled out his sword and cut it in half.
He's like the Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and he was like, there you go, bitch, I untied it. So it was like, that was like very like kind of open thinking.
That's pretty mad.
Yeah,
back there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think he was a bit of a dick and he killed his father, but and he had a bit of a weird sex thing with his mom. But,
It's an Oedipus thing? Is that
yeah, he's a bit of a cunt. Like as a fuck you to his men for basically complaining about so much warring, he made them like walk through a desert home.
Yeah, thanks for helping me take over these towns now. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's why it's like it's a theory that he was like basically poisoned because
poisoned by his constituents.
Yeah, and he poisoned his father. So
okay.
Kind of a bit of a full circle of life there. He didn't want to wait to be king, so he kind of just took it upon himself to off his dad.
Yeah, right.
Which is also some pretty outside thinking,
I mean, it's just fucking impatient.
It is. He seemed like a pretty impatient guy. Anyway, enough about Alexander the Great. I hope your zipper on your jacket gets stuck. That is the worst when that happens.
Yeah,
don't you guys agree?
But again, it's like so innocuous that it's not like wishing that, they get hit by a bus or like slip at the train station and fall on the tracks or like get hit by lightning. It's nothing that's going to cause like fatal injuries. It's just minor inconveniences that he wishes upon them.
Yeah. I feel this bit too, that before they were a bit more drawn out, but now it's just very sharp, quick things of just like, I hope your zipper gets short. And then while he's thinking that, it seems like he's coming up with it on the spot. It's like, oh yeah, speaking of zippers, like I hope your headphones are short too. I hope your chargers fucking work as well. Like, it's like what else to think of quickly.
And you spill shit on your shirt, which is great. Like another just a slight inconvenience. Like he's wishing a life of just like slight bad luck upon someone.
Yeah, enough to make somebody's day ruined.
Yeah.
The next one's actually really brutal.
And they're like really self-conscious about that like coffee stain on their shirt.
Yeah.
I hope your tears don't hurt and I can smile in your face. Cut my losses how Delilah changed my locks to a fade.
Ooh. The first line's fucking hectic, bro. He's basically saying like he hopes that when she cries he doesn't feel guilty at all and he could just smile back at her and let her sit in it.
Yeah, I think so. Which is kind of rough.
Yeah. And then is that Samson Delilah he's referencing?
Yeah.
Delilah, she cut his hair? Is that what happened?
Details a tragic love story of Samson and Delilah. Samson revealed his secret, how to eliminate his supernatural strength, cutting off his hair, and to love Delilah by betraying Lee to the... Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of this story. Have you guys?
It's the black biblical story, isn't it? Samson and
No idea.
All right, go ahead. I may have to do some further research, though, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Basically, it was his Achilles heel, to stay with the Greek theme.
I think it's like the one black story from any sort of biblical text.
They look fucking Egyptian. Is that what you mean by black?
Nah, it's not African.
No, Egypt is in Africa, is it not?
Yes, but you know what I'm saying.
I don't, but I hope you are happy. I hope you ruined this shit for a reason. I hope you happy. I kind of like that last little bit because it's like he was really just proving how almost sad, and he really truly is.
Yeah. At the end of it, he kind of just admits oh no, I'm actually really hurt.
Yeah, I'm actually miserable. And saying all this stuff doesn't really make me feel that much better. Yeah. All right, guys, and then just a bit of the chorus again, and then outro with Chance and Zane Lowe. You should listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude.
Action actually features on Acid Rap as well in one song with Chance called Nah Nah. It's kind of a song about nothing. They're sort of just rapping just random shit, but it's a fun song.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. That's the end of the episode.
Nice.
Should we have done it? I'm not sure, but I think it was a pretty decent episode. We shouldn't talk about it while we're doing it.
We still haven't finished.
Well, that is it.
But we've still got to do BPMs and all that jazz.
Yeah. Okay. Should I kick us off?
Yeah. Go on.
I'm gonna go with the combination of Action and Chance. I'm gonna say like 440. Which is pretty high, but I really think, especially Chance's delivery and writing in this song is like very unique, and I think Action also has some really fun lyrics in there. He's like going through his songs. It was hard to choose something where it's like, oh yeah, this is like his references aren't usually ever super deep, but he's got a really fun style, and I'm glad he's lost some weight and he's healthier now.
Yeah, he looks much better.
He does. He's got some beautiful eyes, beautiful baby blue eyes.
He does. Baby blue, like the title of the song.
You should look at them. They're quite piercing blue.
And see if you can see that Marlon Brando in him.
With the moustache. Yeah, okay.
Who's next? Who wants to?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just going to throw a random number out. I'm going to give it a 300.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a cool track. Oh, no, I'll give more. I'll go 4. I'll go 350.
350.
Yeah.
Okay.
For what it is, it does its job really well.
Yeah.
It's a fun little gimmicky song. It's cool.
I'm too brain dead to come up with like a real annotation, but no, I'm going to go 310.
And you know what? No explanation.
Just because I like other Action Bronson songs better. I think he's got more witty kind of like takedowns, and like he brags better on other tracks. But you know, there's some fun little Bronsonisms in here. I think most of my score would have to go to Chance the Rapper's verse, because that entire verse is just, like you say, Ben, hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, I can't come up with anything more profound.
No, I think you've done well enough on that, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Tell your friends.
Follow us on all the socials.
Yeah, fucking send us money. Send us nudes.
Send us anything, man. We'll take it.
Yeah, what's something we haven't said before? Let's try
send us a picture of your dinner. Why not?
Yeah, or your tits,
or your feet.
Or your feet. Bit of Quentin Tarantino. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to see rate my poop.
Dude, I used to go with that back in the day. Me and Dad and then the family get together around the computer, and it was probably like 9 or 10. We'd have a couple of poop rates, you know?
You really?
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe. It wasn't like a full thing. Your Dad just get up and be like, oh, come have a look at this one. And we'd all walk over, and Mum be like, steal it.
Then again, I've watched like, my dad's put porno on the computer one.
That's
weird. And two of my buddies were over.
What was he watching?
Yeah. He just someone sent him something like, you know, like filthy old men just always send each other.
It is weird. Dad does it with footy club people.
Yeah, and then he's like, look at that, she's sucking it like a lollipop. Just like, Dad, my buddies are here.
Don't embarrass me.
Yeah. They thought it was hilarious. They're like, your dad's the coolest. I'm like, that wasn't cool. That was.
It's always the case is if your dad's trying to be overly funny or crude or something, and your mates are over going, oh, he's the best. It's like that scene in The Simpsons where
you're like, don't encourage him. He's a lunatic.
Bart Lisa on the stairs. They're looking down, and Homer's running the kids. What do you call it? Like the preschool. and they're all like loving him, and they're all like, "Oh, Mr. Homer" and stuff. And Bart and Lisa are sitting up in the shadows, like, and then they don't know what he's really like. Like, that's what it's like.
All right, any of that. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy.